Hey, what's up internet? My name is Nikki and today I will be doing a book review slash comparison between a book, or in this case comic book, versus a TV series. The graphic novel that I will be talking about today is Outcast, created by Robert Kirkman and illustrated by Paul Estica. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. It is an ongoing paranormal horror story. We follow our main character Kyle Barnes, who has dealt with demonic possessions his entire life. Anyone he has ever loved ends up getting possessed by these demonic forces. We meet Kyle Barnes at his lowest point in adulthood, who has just suffered through an altercation between his wife and daughter. Kyle basically does not know what to do, so he ends up going back to his childhood home, where he runs into Reverend Anderson, who asks him to come with him to an exorcism. Kyle does not actually believe the Reverend that there are dark forces. He just believes he just attracts bad people, or bad things just happen to him. After the so-called exorcism, we find out that Kyle has kind of like these, I guess, superpowers against these demons that are taking over these people's bodies. He goes on this journey of trying to figure out what he is, how can he use this to save his daughter and wife without actually getting too close to them and hurting them. I only have volume 1, A Darkness Surrounds Him. I know volume 3 just came out, I think this month. I can't wait to get my hands on the next 2 volumes. I personally love this graphic novel. It is visually pleasing to see with the eye. It's really spooky and scary if you're really into that. It has a lot of gore if you're into that as well. Robert Kirkman is the creator of The Walking Dead. And if you are freaked out about The Walking Dead, then I suggest you to not read this because it is really graphic when it comes to gore. I admit, when I read this, it was late at night and I kind of felt like something was watching me when I was reading this, but it just gets you in that paranoid mood. Big recommendation to actually read this if you're into the whole horror genre. It's really good. And yeah, if you did not know, Outcast was turned into a TV series broadcast on Cinemax at 10 p.m. on Eastern Pacific Time on Fridays, which is really cool because I have seen the first 2 episodes. To admit, late at night watching some of those kind of freaked me out because it has a lot of, I guess, jump scares, and it's one of those things where the volume will be like really low, so you have to turn it up, and then something goes BAM! And it just scares you. I think it's kind of ironic that I actually like this TV show because I'm still too chicken to actually watch The Exorcist, which is, if you didn't know, is about a little girl who gets possessed by the devil, essentially, and it's like a 1960s movie, and I don't want to watch it. It gave me nightmares the first time I saw it. I'm never going back, and anytime I hear the theme song to that movie, I get the heebie-jeebies, and no. So if you haven't already guessed, the TV show doesn't actually follow the comic book itself, but except for the first episode, Darkness Surrounds Him, it does kind of follow the comic book a little bit, which I guess is just trying to build it up so you could understand Kyle Barnes a little better, understand what's going on in this little town, and just get a feeling for what the comic book really is. The second episode, I Remember When She Loved Me, kind of starts different away from the comic book. It has certain sequences from this comic book, but like I said, I haven't read the last 2 recent ones, so I don't know if there's sequences coming from there, but I do know so far it is not following the comic book. What I've read is that Robert Kirkman, the creator of Outcast, actually is a writer, so I think, to be honest, he will probably keep most certain things from the comic book into the TV series, but overall it won't follow it so far that I've seen, like The Walking Dead, which I've been told does not whatsoever follow the comic books anymore. So if you're into the whole horror, possession, demons, supernatural kind of vibes, I suggest The Outcast, the comic book, or the TV show. They're both really good, especially the actor who plays Kyle Barnes, who is Patrick Fidget. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I personally love this actor because after seeing Almost Famous, he was really good in that, and seeing him play from this naive teenage boy to this broken I guess, man is really interesting to see. He's really good at it. So I recommend go check it out. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. I personally love it, and that's basically my little review slash comparison between the two things. So I'll catch you later.